afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Creative Cooking in Ani's Kitchen. My name is Ani, and today I'm going to be making a pizza and a calzone. One's going to be a breakfast calzone, and then, of course, pizza is going to be for tonight's dinner. So this is what I have as far as ingredients. I went ahead and already pre-fried some bacon, a pack and a half of uncured turkey bacon. I have some beef smoked sausages in here chopped up, a kielbasa, beef kielbasa chopped up. I've got some purple or red onions, I guess, orange, yellow, and red sweet peppers. I've got chopped up scallion, it's a bunch chopped up in here. And let's see, what else do I have in here? That's all I have in here. I have the meats, the onions, and the peppers. And then I have, for the calzone, I have my eggs already scrambled because I'm making a breakfast calzone and I'm making a dinner pizza. I have some fried mushrooms for the dinner pizza, not for the breakfast. I have some olives, black olives already sliced for the dinner pizza, not for the breakfast calzone. I've got 3 cheeses in here. I have Swiss, I have feta, and I have wasaca. Cheese is all cubed up. And I have some pizza sauce for the pizza. And as far as the breakfast omelet, I'm not doing a sauce. I'm just going to make it a cheese and meat stuffed calzone. And then I guess the sauce that I'm going to do is a cheese sauce, okay, for it, and not spaghetti sauce, because again, it's breakfast calzone. So I have my tray here for the breakfast calzone. I've got some semolina on parchment paper, and I'm hoping for the calzone to be as long as this tray and maybe half as wide. And I have already greased this pizza pan. It is aerated, as you can see. All right, it does have little legs under here, so it lifts it up and the air can get underneath it, so I can get a crispy bottom. So I have some EVOO and mixed with semolina on the tray. I also have some Parmesan Romano cheese that I'm going to sprinkle on top of everything once it's done. Or inside the breakfast calzone, that's for sure. So everything is set and ready for me to proceed. Now I need the mozzarella cheese and the cheddar cheese. As far as seasoning, do whatever seasonings that you would like. I was thinking about butter and garlic, basil brushed on the outside on the crust of the pizza. So here's my little container where I have just a little bit of it left, but I'm going to make some more. And I'll tell you what I do. I take about 2 tablespoons of butter, just like so. Put it in there. Softened butter, by the way. And you can either do minced garlic or freshly pressed garlic. And this is I'm going to use mince. Okay. All right, just about a teaspoon of it. You want some EVOO, okay, in there. may need a little bit more in a minute. You want some garlic and onion powder, about a teaspoon, okay, or half a teaspoon, okay, oregano, just a sprinkle, basil, a sprinkle, okay, some parsley flakes, sprinkle, and I'm going to put in some cilantro flakes, just a sprinkle. Okay, if you wanted to put anything hot in there, you could. All right, and then what you do is you just mix everything really well. If you wanted to add a little bit of salt, you could. And I think I will do that. Okay, I'm going to add some more olive oil. Like I said, you'll probably need some more. Okay. And it all comes together pretty well, and then you melt it just a little bit and brush it on whatever you need to brush it on, or whatever you want to brush it on. I am going to add a little bit of salt to this. That can actually use a little bit more garlic, so I'm going to use some garlic and onion powder. And I need the salt. I use pink Himalayan salt, and I'm going to use a little, half a teaspoon in there. Let's go ahead and mix again. And this is usually what I use for when I make bruschetta, or just the bruschetta toast, or bruschetta. I don't know how to properly pronounce it. I guess I'll have to look it up. Needs a little bit more salt. So I would say about a teaspoon of salt. All right, that should do it. So this is what, and I'll take this if I add more olive oil. Like majority olive oil, and then like a scoop of this in the middle of it and mix it. It's good for dipping your bruschetta bread toast, those little miniature toasts. All right, so let me taste. That is perfect. So basically we just want to melt this a little bit in the microwave, about 10 seconds. Oh, that's good. So I'm watching it. All right, that's 10 seconds. Yep, exactly what I want. See that? Now that's liquid. And that way I can brush it on the crust. So, what am I missing here? Well, of course, the dough. So we're going to move over here, and we're going to work this dough that I'm getting ready to get out of the oven. It is my Artisan no-knead dough, so I did not knead it. All I did was prepare it and left it in the fridge for a couple of days. I folded it once, you know, with wet hands. I've shown you that technique. And now I'm getting ready to get it out the oven and finish working with it to make this pizza dough. All right, so here we go. All right, so we have the dough here. We're gonna work it, add a little bit of flour. Okay, I'll work this dough. Now for pizza dough, you don't have to work it too much so it's really soft, but work it just enough to where it no longer sticks to your hands. And it's pliable. So for about 10 minutes, just knead it. Again, I did the no knead recipe, and let it proof for about 2 hours. Let Mother Nature help a little bit in the kneading process. Okay. That's my oven telling me it's at 450. Preset your ovens to 450. You can definitely do this in the stand mixer, but you know, sometimes if you're able to, do it by hand, because I'll tell you what, no better feeling than to get your hand in some dough and work with it. Very relaxing. If you're able to. Okay, this is becoming pliable. Alright, this is bouncing back. Yep, so it's good enough for me. Well, let's put in the bowl, a clean bowl. A little bit of oil. Okay. And just going to let it rest for about 30 minutes is all. So, gotta put a tea cloth over it. And I'll put it on top of the oven, or the stove rather, because it's nice and warm. I've got the stove on. And then we'll come back and we'll work with the dough and make our pies and calzone. If I don't have enough for calzone, I'll make some panzerottis. Anyway, but we are going to make the pizza. I may have to make more dough for the calzone. That'll be another video then. We'll do that. All right, so I'll be back in 30. All right, timer's going off and put you all back on here. And I'll go get the dough. All right, there we go. All right. I think we'll just have enough for one very large pizza. And I'll prepare the no knead dough tonight, and we'll make the calzone tomorrow. Okay. Don't want no holes. Okay. This is breaking. We don't want it to break. Fold this. And let's get our pan. Again, our pan is already greased. We just want to work our dough all the way around to the edge of the pan. Anytime a little holes, just patch it up. We've got to deck the center of the dough anyway, so don't be too concerned if you get any kind of tears in your dough. Just patch it up, keep going. Just have to coax your dough to the end of your pan. That's all you have to do. Okay, there's plenty of dough in here. You just have to manipulate it with your hands to the edge. Okay. Okay, so a lot of dough in the middle. I gotta work it all the way to the other side. There we go. Getting her done. is you have to pull some dough from one end, put it at another. There we go. Make sure you pinch it together though. All right. Let me put some cheese around here and fold it over. Okay, so I'm satisfied with that. So now what I'm going to do is take a fork and deck the bottom of the pizza. This will keep the middle from rising. I'm not going for Neapolitan here where it bubbles everywhere. Those are good too. The bubbles here and there, that'll be fine. Okay, but don't want too much of it. Okay, I'm going to do a little bit of olive oil. Okay. Some of this butter and seasoning. Okay. Get some good tasting crust here. Okay. Alright, there we got that. Now we got to do our sauce, our pizza sauce here. This is store-bought, but I do have and make my own a recipe on my channel on how to make pizza sauce. So just look it up if you're interested in homemade. It's a lot thicker than this, I'll tell you that. But this will serve its purpose. I had it in the cupboard, so I figured I'd use it. They're good for quick biscuit pizzas, pizza bites and stuff. Sometimes I come from dialysis and I don't want to make homemade sauce. I'm too weak. So what I'll do is I'll open the jar and I'll get a can of biscuits. I put some cheese and turkey, pepperoni, or whatever I want. Flatten it out and put some pizza sauce on there. Some of this that. So alright, so we've got the pizza sauce on here. We don't want it too wet because we don't want our bread soppy. So I'm going to put this in the oven. Okay. Well, yeah. I'm putting the oven for about 3 minutes or so. It's at 450. Alright, so. Just set it for 3 minutes. And that way it'll dry up a little bit. Give this a get mixed because this is going on. I'm going to put a little bit of just very light sprinkle of Parmesan Romano down. And then some a little bit of mozzarella, then the meat. All right. Okay, under 2 minutes left. I'll bring you right back. All right, there's the bowl. It's my timer. That's right. Okay, that's what I want. Just a little bit dry. Okay. All right. So now we're going to do not for nothing, but fermenting this in the fridge for 2 days. I could smell the alcohol from the yeast, I swear. Of course it cooks out, but I can. I'll tell you. All right. And we want a little bit of that was Parmesan Romano. And I want to put just a little bit of mozzarella, not much. Okay. All right. And now we're going to sprinkle our meat combo here. Who likes pineapple on their pizzas? I have to be in the mood for it, but it's not a bad idea. I'm sure it probably insults the makers of pizza, from what I hear. All right, so now we're going to do some olives, black olives. You don't like them, don't put them. Like anything else in creative cooking, if you don't like it, leave it out. Substitute it for something you do like, something else, you know? Okay, so they're my black olives. Try to spread them out as best I can. All right. Then we've got, I'm going to put in, I'm going to mix my cheese in the bigger bowl where I had the dough earlier. Yeah, I'm dumping the cheese in there, mixing it up, because I can't mix it in this little bitty bowl. So, just mix it up in the big bowl. This is Swiss Okay, so Fresco and Osaka cheese. Just put a little bit. Oops, one well on the floor. That's for boots, I guess. Okay, and put some mushrooms on there. Oh, that beef, turkey and beef mixture did have chopped tomatoes in there. That was the other thing that I had added and mixed in there. I couldn't remember earlier when I was telling you what was in that bowl. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Separate this mushroom. All right. There's two. And this is Cuban seasoning. They're like hot flakes. You can put pepperoncinis. You can dice up some jalapenos. Here's where you get to get creative. It's when you're topping your pizza. Okay. So I've got the Cuban seasoning in there. Somehow I shut off my oven, huh? Alright. I'm going to put in a little bit more Parmesan Romano. Okay. And I'm going to just sprinkle some pizza sauce on the top. Just little dabs. Okay. Some mozzarella. Always want to make sure you get your edges. Actually, it's probably a good idea to start with the edges and work your way in. Huh? Yeah? Okay, what do you think about that? Is that looking good? The rest of the Osaka and Swiss and feta. Now that's a pizza. Mm-hmm. That is a pizza. Okay. All right. I am going to now brush the edges. May get a little sauce on it, that's okay. This got Parmesan in it too. I put some of the what is that? Parmesan cheese. I put some of that. Okay, my oven's back up to 450. It didn't take long because I already had it there for a couple of hours, so I don't know how when I turned it off, but I did. Pressed the wrong button. It happens. But I caught it. And that's what counts. Alright, I did my edges. Alright. This is for the breakfast calzone. So I'm going to put it away in another bowl, Tupperware bowl, and put it in the fridge. And this is going in to the oven. Actually. Oh my, pretty heavy. That is a pretty big pizza. All right, here we go. We'll put it in for about maybe 8 minutes, I think will be good. All right, timer. I'm gonna do 12 minutes at 450. We'll see what that gets me. All right, so I'm gonna clean up here and I'll bring you back. Okay, well, I just took this out of the oven. Ow! She knows better than that. I just took this out of the oven, and as you can see, it has about just enough sauce where you can see some of the sauce bubble through and some of the tomatoes. And that's what you want to see. You don't want too much sauce to get too soggy. And it's got a crispy, see, crust. It's crispy on the bottom, I know, because this is a pizza tray and it's aerated. And so now I've got it on another rack on top of that so that it can cool off, get some air circulation in there. That way the crust can remain crispy. So as soon as this cools off enough, well, when Hubster gets here, and he'll be here in about 20 minutes or so, I'll go ahead and serve his plate and I'll take a picture of that. Okay, but right now, here is the pizza we just made. Isn't that yummy? Chunks of feta in there. Oh yeah, mushrooms and bacon and and I sprinkled some cilantro flakes on the pizza. So because I didn't want real big flakes. Cilantro, even though I have fresh cilantro and it would probably look really pretty, I didn't want that much of a powerful cilantro taste on the pizza. Not with everything else that's going on. You can, or you could just use basil. I have basil in there too. I decided to do dry basil and cilantro flakes instead. All right, you can do fresh. It's your pizza. All right, so I'll be back with the final plate presentation.